Good day, guys. Welcome back to King FX Trading Mastery. If this is your first time you will be joining our channel, make sure you click the subscribe button and don't forget to activate the bell icon so that you can be notified whenever we upload any new content. If you really want to learn more and everything about Forex, make sure you explore our website, our channel. Okay, there are a bunch of videos that can help you get better. But remember to click that subscribe button and activate the bell icon so that you can be notified whenever we upload any new content. All right, so let's get on with this week analysis, guys. So for those who are watching this video for the first time, this analysis you are looking right in front of you is called the King strategy. All right, this is the combination of moving average, stochastic, and RSI. So if you really want to learn more about this strategy, make sure you watch this video to the end. All right, so there's going to be a link at the end of this video where you can click to learn more about this strategy. And there are also several videos that can help you learn this strategy and trade it profitably. So check on our channel and look for the King strategy. So you see several videos that can help you get better. And you may also check the description box below. All right, so this is what you need to learn about this strategy. So feel free to explore. And this strategy has close to 75% win rate. So it's going to be a good strategy for both beginners, intermediates, and professional. And we have several people using this strategy and they are succeeding from it. So let's get on with this week analysis. So this week analysis is between Monday, 5th of July to Friday, 9th of July, 2021. Monday, 5th of July to Friday, 9th of July, 2021. All right. So our last week analysis, 60% of them played out and the rest 40% were invalidated, which means the signal were invalidated and there was no trade in between. So 60% out of them went as projected. So let's get on with this week analysis. The first pair I'm going to be looking at is AUD Swiss franc. Okay, so for those who are watching this for the first time, once again, we take trade on this analysis with 1 hour, while we use 4 hours as our filter time frame, and we analyze from the weekly down to the hourly candle where we take our trade. So take notes. So the first I'll be looking at is AUD Swiss franc. Okay, AUD Swiss franc, according to H1 and H4, it is currently sell bias. So when we go down to weekly, the weekly candle, we see an inside back candle, and the previous week candle we have a bullish engulfing candle. So with this in mind, we expect this to either push up or push down. So the direction is not so clear, but based on the lower time frame bias, is currently sell bias, which means we're expecting it to pull down based on the lower time frame. So if this should go down, we're expecting this to come down to this red support at 6757. All right, so coming to daily, we see this close in green. So this, like I said, may help this pair to push up during this coming week. All right, so coming to our entry time frame, it is currently sell bias. So if the cross should happen between these two moving average, if the cross should happen to the downside, then it will be a good one to take the trade. All right, to be a good one to take the sell entry, and our first profit will be before this green support at 0.67 6898. All right, but be mindful, if price should go up like this way and goes above the red moving average, then which means the setup has been invalidated. So that's why we want to really be close to the pair to see what's going to present to us. So if the cross down should happen, our next target is this green support. And if this green support get broken, our next target is going to be this red support. All right. So according to our buyers, AUD Swiss franc is still sell bias. So look for a sell on AUD Swiss franc. Look for a sell. The next one we'll talk about is AUD card. AUD card is currently sell bias according to H1 and H4. So coming to weekly time frame, we see the weekly candle close in red. Okay, so this may give this pair the opportunity to push down some more during this coming week. Okay, so if this should happen, if the pull down should happen, we expect it to pull down to the red support at 0.9139. All right, so if the pull down is going to happen, so coming to daily time frame, we see this is currently sitting at a support right now. On the daily time frame is sitting at a support, and the candle that closed last actually closed in red, but with some rejection to the outside. So this rejection may help this pair to pull up first, okay, then later on drop. I hope you understand. So coming to our entry time frame, we may expect this to pull up some more, all right, then drop again. Either it pull up some more, drop and drop again, or it crosses once market open, either of the two. So anyone that happens between the two, it's a good one to look for a sell and take your first profit before 0.9251. All right, while the next target is going to be at the red support at 0.9139. all right, so AUD card is a good one to look for a sell. AUD card, look for a sell. AUD NZD is currently sell bias. So the weekly time frame closed in red with some momentum to the downside, the weekly time frame. So with that in mind, we expect this pair to pull down to this red support during this coming week at 1.0596 during this coming week. All right, so once we go to the daily, we also see the same formation that formed on the weekly. So with that in mind, we expect this pair to actually pull down during this coming week. So with the correlation between AUD and ZD, if AUD and ZD should keep pushing down, that means AUD is going to go more weak a little bit. All right, so with the daily candle, we expect this to pull down to 1.0657 during this coming week, okay, for the daily targets. All right, so we've seen a support being broken right here. Okay, so the next target for the daily is going to be this support, this green support at 1.0657. So coming to our entry time frame, this is going to be a good trade to look out for. So we want to wait for the pullback towards the red moving average, then take your sell entry. Take your sell entry, and our first target is going to be at the green support, which is 1.0657. All right, so that's going to be a good trade to look out for. We don't want to sleep on AUD NZD. Look for a sell. AUD NZD, look for a sell. CAD Swiss franc. CAD Swiss franc is currently buy bias. according to H1 and H4. So the weekly candle we see close in green, okay, with some rejection to the upside. So this gives us the opportunity, a signal that this pair is most likely going to push up some more during this coming week. And if that happens, we expect it to pull up to the red resistance at 0.7626. Okay, and I understand this may not happen in 1 week, okay, because there is no much momentum on the weekly candle lately. So we expect it to pull up to 0.7626 at the red resistance during this coming week. So coming to the daily, we see a perfect bullish engulfing candlestick. So a very clear indication that this pair is ready to pull up. So if that happens, the target for the daily is going to be at the daily resistance, which is at 0.7520, which is at this green resistance. So that's going to be our first target. So coming down to our entry time frame, okay, we want to see this pull back a little bit, then take our buy entry to the upside. Take our buy entry to the upside, then our first profit is going to be at this green resistance, while the next is going to be at the red resistance. So this is also going to be a good one to look for a buy. This is also going to be a good trade to look for a buy. CAD Swiss franc, look for a buy. CAD JPY. CAD JPY is also buy bias according to H1 and H4. So coming to the weekly, almost the same thing that happened on the CAD Swiss franc is happening on the CAD JPY. So we see this close in AMA, okay. This close as a pin bar. So with this in mind, this is a clear signal that this pair is ready to push up during this coming week. So if that happens, we expect it to pull up to the red resistance at 93.06 during this coming week. Okay, that is the weekly target, okay, for the week. So coming to daily, we see this close in green and shows the sign of strength to the upside. So with that in mind, we expect this pair to actually pull up to the green resistance at 91.14. All right. So once we come into our entry time frame, which is H1, we want to wait for the pullback. Okay, definitely wait for the pullback and catch your trade to the upside, and the target is going to be at this level, at the green level, 91.14. All right, so CAD JPY, look for a buy. CAD JPY is also a good trade to look out for. Okay, CAD JPY, CAD Swiss franc, and AUD/NZD, these are good trades to look out for. So the next one I'll talk about is Euro CAD. Euro CAD is currently sell bias. Okay, so going to the weekly time frame, we see the previous week candle close with a perfect engulfing candlestick. Okay, which is what we projected, where we projected price is going to head to, is where price is already heading to. Okay, we projected that price should come into this level. Okay, and now it's already playing out. So the weekly candle we see close in red with some rejection from the upside to the downside. So it's sign of strength to the downside. So coming to the daily candle, we see this as a perfect bearish engulfing candle. So a clear indication that tells us that this pair is most likely going to keep pushing down as expected. So if that happens, So the daily target is going to be at this green support at 1.4573. All right, while the weekly target is going to be at the red support. So coming to our entry time frame, which is H1, we will definitely wait for this pullback. Okay, wait for this pullback, then catch the sell entry. All right, catch the sell entry, and our profit is going to be, our first profit is going to be at the green support, which is at 1.4573. And if that level get broken, we are heading to the red support. Euro card, look for a sell. Okay, Euro card, look for a sell. Euro card is also a good trade to look out for a sell. So Euro card is also a good one to look for a sell. Euro NZD is the next pair I want to talk about. Euro NZD, almost the same formation we have on Euro card is what we are having on Euro NZD. So this is also sell bias right now. So coming to the weekly time frame, we have a shooting star right here. We have a shooting star right here, a clear indication that tells us that this is going to keep pushing down during this coming week, because this is a big rejection from the upside to the downside. So it's sign of strength to the downside. So if this should hold, we're expecting this pair to drop down to the red support at 1.6610. 1.6610. Okay, during this coming week. So coming to the weekly the daily time frame, we see a big red candle. This is not a perfect bearish engulfing candlestick because we have some gap right here. Okay, so with this in mind, it's a strong sign of momentum to the downside. So with this, we expect on the daily, we expect this pair Euro NZD to drop down to 1.6810. Okay, 1.6810, which is the daily target. So once we go into our entry time frame, which is H1, we wait for the pullback, and catch the sell entry. Catch the sell entry and catch your first profit before the green support. While the next profit is going to be, our overall target for the week is going to be at the red support. And we actually have another area to take profit right here. So our first profit may be at the green support at the top, while the next one is going to be the middle green support. Okay, so we have several support right here that we can take our profit. So guys, Euro NZD is a good one to look for a sell. Euro NZD, look for a sell. Euro Swiss franc is sell bias. Okay, according to H1 and H4. So the weekly candle, we see a perfect bearish engulfing candlestick pattern right here. Okay, with a flat bottom. So this is a clear indication that the week closed with a strong bearish candlestick pattern. All right, it's with a strong momentum as well. So this tells us that during this coming week, we should expect Euro Swiss franc to drop down some more. Okay, so we're expecting it to drop down to 1.0773 during this coming week. Okay, that is the target for the week. So the daily, we see the same side of strength that we see on weekly is what we can see on daily. So a clear indication that we expect this pair to at least respect the green support, okay, on the daily, which is 1.0870. All right, so market is expected to at least come into this green support, and if that level get broken, we are heading to the red support. So with that in mind, Euro Swiss franc, we wait for the pullback. And catch the sell entry. Be mindful of your profits is towards the green support at 1.0870, and if that level get broken, the next target is going to be the red support. Okay, Euro Swiss franc, look for a sell. Euro Swiss franc, look for a sell. Euro GBP, we are currently sell buyers on this pair as well. So the weekly candle we see an indecision candle, but this closed in red. So with that in mind, we may actually see some pull down during this coming week. Okay, so the red support at 0.8474 during this coming week, but we want to be careful with this pair because we can see several rejection from the previous week candle. So coming to the daily, we see an inside back candlestick, but the previous day candle shows a sign, gave us a bullish engulfing candlestick pattern. So this candlestick may serve as a retest to this one. So it may keep pushing up during this coming week. So that's why I want to be careful with this pair. So, but according to our entry time frame, it is currently sell buyers. So we want to wait for the pullback. Okay, wait for the pullback and ensure the pullback does not go above the red moving average. So if that doesn't happen, we see a cross down, it's going to be a good one to look for a sell. But be careful with this pair. It is not a very good setup. Okay, so the next one I want to talk about is Euro USD. Euro USD is currently sell buyers. So the weekly candle we see close in red, but we have little rejection to the upside. So with that in mind, we may see this pair push up a little bit more during this coming week, then drop down. All right, but overall during this coming week, we expect this pair to pull down to this red support at 1.1705 during this coming week. All right, Euro USD. So coming to the daily candlestick, we see a hammer right here. You can see this is a hammer candle. So this tells us that this pair is most likely going to push up a little bit more during this coming between 1 or 2 days before we see the drop. All right, but with that in mind, we want to be sure we take the right entry. So it is currently sell buyers. So when we see the cross to the downside, to be a good one to take the trade and catch your profit before 1.1811. Okay, catch your profit before 1.1811. And if that level get broken, we are heading to the red. We are heading to the red support. Okay, so Euro USD is a good one to look for a sell. All right, Euro USD, look for a sell. GBP USD is the next pair I want to talk about. GU is currently to the downside. Okay, but this pair we also want to be careful with it. Coming to the weekly candle, we see this close in red. Okay, but we have little rejection right on that pair. On that candle, we can see, so this rejection may cause this to keep pushing up. But overall, we expect this to have some drop. Okay, we expect this, the same formation we are having on Euro USD is what we are having on GU. So we expect it to have some drop during this coming week. Okay, if the drop should happen, we expect it to move down to the red support at 1.3470. All right, so coming to the daily candle, we see a perfect engulfing candlestick pattern. So with that in mind, this may cause this pair to pull up a little bit more. The same formation we have on Euro USD is what we are seeing right here. So we may see the push up happen little more. And if that doesn't happen, Okay, we want to keep an eye to the entry time frame. So if the cross should happen right here, it will be a good one to look out for a sell, and the target is going to be towards 1.3676. All right, but be mindful, if the two moving average, the black and blue moving average, crosses to the upside, that has invalidated the setup. All right, so be mindful. But if that doesn't happen, it's a good one to look out for a sell. GU, look for a sell. GN, GBP NZD is currently sell bias. It's currently sell bias. So the weekly candle we see an inside bar, but the previous day candle is a perfect bearish engulfing candlestick pattern. So this inside bar is going to be a continuation to the downside. Reason is this has served as a retest to the previous week candle. So you can see we have a big rejection to the downside. So we are optimistic this pair is going to keep dropping and drop towards 1.9327, which is at the red support during this coming week. All right, so coming to the daily, we see this also close in red. So this tells us that we're most likely going to see this pair pull down as expected. So if that should happen, we see several supports right here. So this first green is going to be your first profit, while the next one is going to be your next profit. Okay, and the red support is the overall lookout for the week if the momentum is strong on this pair. All right, so coming to the entry time frame, we want to wait for the pullback to have a better entry, then take your sell entry, or take your first sell entry. 1.9590 is going to be your first profit as discussed, while the next one is going to be at 1.9466. All right, and the overall target for the week is at the red support. So GBP NZD, look for a sell. GBP NZD, look for a sell. G-Chef, GBP Chef is currently sell bias. So the weekly candle we see is closed in red. Okay, so this, with this in mind, and the previous day candle, we also see that with some rejection from the upside to the downside. So this tells us that the momentum is shifting from the upside to the downside. So we expect this pair to pull down during this coming week, to drop down some more. Okay, it's going to be a long journey, but we don't expect this pair to pull down to this red support in 2 weeks, because lately in the last few weeks, in the last couple of 8 weeks or so, there has not been huge momentum on the weekly candle on GBP Swiss franc. So we don't expect this to come to this support in 1 week, unless there are some the institution is going to come in a big way to pull it down. So with that in mind, we expect this to just drop down to the green support at 1.2613 during this coming week. So coming to the daily candle, we see this as an indecision candle, but based on the daily candle, based on the weekly candle, we actually are looking out for the pull down towards the green support. So coming to our entry time frame, which is sell bias, the cross to the upside has already happened between the two moving averages. So when the cross to the downside happens, it's going to be a good one to take a trade. All right, so be a good one to take a trade, and your target is going to be towards 1.26113. So G-Chef, let's look for a buy on G-Chef. Okay, G-Card is sell bias. So the weekly candle, we see a shooting star right here. Okay, a shooting star right here. So this tells us that we should expect this pair to pull down to the next support at the green support, which is the red support, I beg your pardon, which is at 1.6854 during this coming week. So coming to the daily candle, we see this as broken the structure right here, but it's currently sitting at a support. It is currently sitting at a support. So for the fact that it's currently sitting at a support, we may see some retracement on lower time frame before the break happens. So that is why we want to wait for this pair to pull up, okay, for the retracement. Then on its way down, we catch the sell entry and take our profit, take our first profit before the green support. All right. Once the green support get broken, we are heading to the red support at 1.6854. GBP card is also a good trade to look out for. G card, look for a sell. NZD Swiss franc. NZD Swiss franc. NZD Swiss franc is currently buy bias right now. So the weekly candle shows that it's not a perfect inside bar as the week is longer than the previous week candle. So right now, we see this close in red with some rejection to the upside. So the previous week candle, we see a bullish engulfing candlestick. So this is likely going to be a retest to this. So with that in mind, we expect this to keep pushing up, all right, during this coming week. So if that should happen, if the push up should happen, we expect to pull up to the red resistance at 0.6573. All right. So the weekly candle, we see this engulfing candlestick. So we expect this closing green, okay, a clear indication that this is most likely going to push up during this coming weeks. And if the push up happens, we want to hit our first target at the green resistance, which is at 0.6502, which is going to be the daily target. So our entry time frame, let's wait for the proper pullback, okay? Do not look out for this big pin right here. So let's wait for the pullback, take our trade, and our profit is going to be at the green resistance as mentioned, which is at 0.6502. And if that level get broken, we are heading to the red resistance. NZD Swiss franc is going to be a good one to look for a buy as well. UJ is having some momentum to the downside, but it's currently still buy bias according to H1 and H4. So coming to the weekly, we see this close in green, all right? We see it close in green, so we expect this to keep pushing up, but this is currently sitting at a supply zone, all right? It's currently sitting at a supply zone, so anything can happen right here. So we want to be careful with this pair. But if the push up should happen, we expect it to break the supply zone and head on to the red resistance at 114.31. All right. So, but we want to be careful. So coming to the daily, we see a perfect bearish engulfing candlestick. So this may cause this pair to pull down some more before the push up happens, if ever the pull up is going to happen. So the daily candle may help this pair to pull down because there is an indecision on the weekly candle. Is not so strong. So with that in mind, once coming to our daily, so that our entry time frame, once the cross happen to the upside, we can take the trade, all right, and enjoy the profit and take our profit along the way. But if the two moving average crosses the red down, that has invalidated the setup. So we want to ignore this pair. So we want to be careful with this pair, guys. All right. But overall, it is currently buy bias. USD JPY, look for a buy. So guys, that is all I have for you this week. So quick recap. AUD Swiss franc is currently selling, look for a sell. AUD card, look for a sell. AUD NZD, look for a sell. Card Swiss franc, look for a buy. Card JPY, look for a buy. Euro card, look for a sell. Euro NZD, look for a sell. Euro Swiss franc, sell. Euro GBP, sell. Euro USD, sell. GBP USD, sell. GBP NZD, sell. GBP share, sell. G card, sell. NZD Swiss franc, buy. USD JPY, buy. And the weak pairs are AUD is weak, Euro is weak, GBP is weak. All right. So why the strong pairs are Canadian dollars. Canadian dollar is strong. New Zealand dollar is also strong. So these are the pairs I have for you guys. And my recommendation for you guys is to look out for card pairs. All right. Card pairs and NZD pairs have the better setup. Okay. You may just want to focus on card pairs and NZD pairs. So these pairs, they have good setup. So that's all I have for you guys. For those of you who are watching for the first time, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Click that subscribe button and activate the bell icon so that you can be notified whenever we upload any new content. Smash that like button and drop your comment in the chat if this analysis has been helping you the same way it's helping a lot of other people. So that's all I have for you guys. And don't forget, every Sunday, 8 p.m. Nigerian time, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 8 p.m. GMT, we generally have training on Forex. So there's a link on our Telegram group. Link is on the comment box. So you may want to join us on Telegram. Join us on Telegram to attend this free training. It's a comprehensive training that a lot of people have been following, and it has been really helping a lot of people get better weekly. So join us and let us catch the vibe together. So guys, this is all I have for you today. Don't forget to click that subscribe button. I'm going to see you guys on the next one. Thank you so much, and have a lovely trading week. Bye bye for now.